industrial safety examination in that college. I love the college. One of the good ambience, good college. Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me, and Anboli sir, who have been introducing me. So my name is Rahul, and I represent Tamil Nadu Startup and Innovation Mission, Startup TN, which is a nodal agency under the government of Tamil Nadu, MSME department, where we are responsible for the promotion of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship innovation across the state of Tamil Nadu. So coming back to the topic which I was supposed to discuss today is the ecosystem available for promotion of entrepreneurship. See, one best thing is the very first thing. Say I have to discuss couple of points. I don't have that much of slides, so don't get distracted. Hope you could follow me now. And I think we have participants from different parts of the country when it comes to programs like this. So I'll stuck on with English. If any doubts pops up, do let me know. I can talk in Tamil as well. Fantastic. So if you are with me, just give me an S in the chat box so that at any point of time you can break me, and if you have down of any queries, please feel free to ask me, unmute yourself and ask me, or you just you could drop in chat at any point of time, at any instance of time you have queries when you talk about it. So now the topic which we discuss is the ecosystem available for entrepreneurship in the state of in the country. Now let me take up a global perspective. Starting with, let's talk about what is entrepreneurship. See, people normally think if you start a new business, that becomes entrepreneurship. Definitely not. If you start a new business, that becomes a new business. So entrepreneurship, I can classify you in two parts. One, an entrepreneur is somebody who understands a problem. Number one, understands a problem, analyzes the problem, why the problem is happening, who is affected, and what's the reason. Deeply understands the problem, and finds a solution for the same. He finds a solution. He innovates a product or a service for the underlying problem. He creates an innovation. He creates a product. He creates a service, and then when he solves a problem, the customers who were affected by the problem might purchase a solution if you understand the problem correctly. Now that is the money he gets. He makes it per profit. There are certain non-profit organizations and there are non-profit startups as well. I'm not against it. So when I mean a profit startup, somebody who could sell a solution for profit by solving a problem. So now an entrepreneur is somebody who understands a problem, analyzes a problem, creates a solution, and then sell the solution. So this is what an entrepreneur is, or entrepreneurship is all about. Now, deep-rooted, the essential qualities of entrepreneurs, before I talk to the ecosystem available, entrepreneurship should be willing to take risk. Risk is a kind of calculated risk. See, sitting in a 3-floored building, and you cannot dream about entrepreneurship. People can never dream about entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship is all about doing. Get to the ground and you start doing things. Now that is entrepreneurship, number one. Number two, okay, let me show you a slide. Is this visible? Show you a slide. Is the slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Now this is what an entrepreneur or entrepreneurship is all about. You learn the problem. What is the problem? What customer is looking for? What is the challenge the customer is facing? Why should I innovate? How can I innovate a solution? How can I bring a solution? See, simple. Why college? We started colleges. Why we started? See, you are all academicians. Probably most of you are academicians. I am also an academician. For about 12 plus years, I was in academia. I'm an academia turned entrepreneur, turned ecosystem enabler. So that's what I should say. I introduce myself. If you could read my profile, you could say I was a teacher, then an entrepreneur, then an ecosystem enabler. That's what I was structured. So talking from an academic perspective, see okay, let me come to the next part. That is different story. I'll come back again. See, an entrepreneur is somebody who identifies a problem, deeply understands what the problem, who is facing the problem, and what is the reason for the problem. He learns what's the trouble. Then he builds a solution. He creates a solution. We build a solution. He builds a solution. Now the solution will be solving this problem. Then he measures the solution. Is it solving a problem? Is the customer happy? Is the customer looking for this solution? Do customer has any feedback? Should I change the solution? It's a continuous cycle. Now he measures, then he learns from the customers what should be the incremental innovation, or what is the change that customer is looking for, and what should I do again. He learns and then he builds again. So then now this is a continuous process: learn, build, measure, learn, build, measure. Now this is a continuous process. So entrepreneurship is a continuous process. Entrepreneur, see, most of the entrepreneurial venture fails, but an entrepreneur will never fail. Though this is the reason, because an entrepreneur always learns, build, and measure. Likewise, an entrepreneurship, a product or a service has always been learned, it has been built up this learning, and then it is measured, and again is learned, built. And this is a continuous process. So you have to keep in mind, this is what entrepreneurship is, and this is what an entrepreneur is. Only if we know the basic difference of what is entrepreneurship, who is an entrepreneur, we can go back, we can go learn what is the ecosystem available for entrepreneurship. Now, coming back, this is the thing which I was discussing, the problem, finding a need or a problem. See, so, when I discuss this, people used to ask me, Rahul, is it very necessary that I need to solve a problem? My answer is yes, of course. An entrepreneurial venture is a startup is, see, what we call as a startup. People have a notion that as soon as you start a new venture, that becomes a startup. I will say no. As soon as you start something, see, most of the people, when I go across colleges, people say, sir, I have a mushroom, I have a vermicomposite startup here, I have a mushroom development, see, I will call this a venture, it's a business. I don't call it as a startup. See, there's a lot of difference between a calling a startup and a business venture. And certain colleges say, sir, we have a makeup unit system. We have a beautician startup running. So I don't call them a startup. I will call them as a business venture. Uh, like in a kirana stores or what are the stores we call a startup is basically an entity that is started with an intention of solving a problem. That is the basic difference. A startup is started with the basic intention of solving a problem or finding a solution to an existing problem. Either you identify a new problem and create a new solution, or you identify an existing problem and you create a new solution, or you are finding an alternative solution to the existing solution, or you make minor changes to the existing solution, and you reduce the cost, or you bring down the cost, or you improve the efficiency. See, another thing is, even if you are improving a solution and bringing down the cost, then it is also an innovation. So there are different types of innovation: incremental innovation, augmented innovation, any kind of, you say, incremental innovation, or entering into new markets, whatever we call, with the four types or different types of innovation. I don't want let me, since I don't want to go out of topic. Like innovation is a separate different discussion that we'll discuss at some point of time, maybe the next time. So a startup is something like finding a need or a problem. 65% of the time, that is solving a problem. It needs opportunity. 35 percentage of time, it should be an opportunity. There should be an opportunity to grow. Either you find a new market, or either you find a new set of customers, or you're creating a market opportunity, or the solution is finding a new set of customers or new set of market, or finding an opportunity in developing the existing solution. See, for example, earlier we had wall clocks. Now, rarely people use wall clocks. We use watches. Now, even watches have come down because people use mobile phone. find time in your mobile phone. So no, that is different. Either as earlier we had cameras, digital cameras. We had no like no photo from camera. Then we had digital cameras. Now people don't buy cameras. Apart from the professional camera photographers, nobody bothers to buy a camera to take snaps. Earlier, see, when I was a kid, my family members who were abroad, every time they used to bring a camera, Kodak cameras, and I was very fascinated to take some snaps, or even though I was not given that, I used to be very fascinated because those time camera is a fascination. Today, just think what happened. Nobody bothers to buy a camera because everybody have their mobile phones. They have Apple phones. That photos are much clear or transparent, or it is quite good than a camera. We have even 48 megapixel or 50 megapixel, 100 megapixel photographs are available with the camera shots. Sorry, I mean mobile camera shots. So that is advancement. That's an opportunity. So people less bother to buy. So now creating an opportunity. See, the most of the advancements happened in a mobile phone is opportunistic. People found opportunities. The one better thing is that see, you have clock in mobile phone, you have camera in mobile phone, you have Gmail in mobile phone, you have everything in mobile phone. Now the mobile industry is an opportunity place where people mobile companies were bringing different versions. See, as the feature increases, cost is also increasing. So that is the opportunity I was talking about. Now, three aspects. One is the problem. 65% of the startups, it is solving a problem. 35% of time, or 35% of the startups, they find an opportunity to grow. See, there is a startup called Glance, that is Bangalore-based startup. If you are a user of Vivo or Oppo mobile phones, as soon as you lock the phone, you will have an automatic screen lock there. Images will be displayed, news will be displayed, scrolling images will be displayed. The Glance is the company based out in Bangalore. They are partnered with Vivo mobile phones to do all these things. So that is the opportunity. See that is the Glance. I should call them as an opportunity startup. They found an opportunity and they build a startup. Now that is opportunity. And most importantly, 87% of the time, a quality startup is all about innovation. Why people love Apple mobile phones, laptops. See, Apple never compromises. Let's talk about BMW. Even Mercedes-Benz have started advertisements, but let's start with BMW. They never make any advertisements. They have a set of customers. And let's talk about LVMH. That is Louis Walton. Louis Walton premium. That's an elite premium product. Louis Walton LV. Now Louis Walton, I think nobody have seen advertisements from Louis Walton because most of the time a middle class man hardly affords to purchase from an LV, because even a perfume from LV costs you around 87,000 rupees. Who bothers to buy a 250 liter perfume for 85,000 rupees? You can go to website, you can see LV website, Louis Vuitton. They are the premium luxury brands. The founder of Louis Vuitton is the second most richest person in the world. A second most richest person in the world, just by selling premium products. Now just imagine how the world is running behind premium and luxury. See, this premium and luxury products, they don't have a lot of advertisements. They are not making people buy the product. They are making people search the product. That is innovation. Innovation is something like that brings people closer to the product. Why you want to buy a laptop? Why you want to buy a mobile phone? Why you want to buy a stereo? Why you want to buy an airport? Earlier we had headsets, wired headsets, then Bluetooth came, now airports. Airports are wireless completely, easy to carry. Even if you keep an airport in a ear, you literally forget. You think that your earpod is your ear. People forget ear when they have an earpod, their airpod. That is their ear. Because that is an opportunity. I should call that an opportunity. Again, the airport becomes the innovation. So fantastic innovations from headsets to airports. We stand a lot on innovation. Innovation brings people closer to the product. Now, 87% of the startups or startups is centered around innovation, because innovation is something like it solves a problem, of course, that creates better products and better services. So now that is what you have to think about, finding any other problem. So the before going to the ecosystem, one is observation. See, you have to understand the problem in depth. What is the problem we are facing? When you develop a startup, the most important thing is you have to understand the problem in depth. What has been happening? You need to understand the inspiration. You need to be inspired. You need to understand how I can solve a problem, who is affected by this problem, and what they're looking for. Then you use the brainstorming tools. Now, why I want to say this subject is because from here we start the ecosystem available for entrepreneurship. The topic. Number one, earlier people hardly know what is entrepreneurship. See, when 2011, sorry, 2008, 9, I started first dating app of the country. But people at those times never know what is a dating app. It was not an application. I'm not a tech guy. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession, but I don't know how to create an applications, and we don't have this much of ecosystem at those. We don't have this much of training or ecosystem that we have at this point of time. I started connecting Orkut accounts. No, at that time, there was Facebook was not familiar, but we had Orkut. I live in an Orkut era. So I just started connecting Orkut accounts and Excel sheet where people get know each other, connect each other, discuss each other. And then in 2000, back in 2011, I started I used to collect orders where I can deliver meal. We don't have an application, but we have a toll-free number where people calls and says that I need to deliver food in this place. So around 10 kilometers, maximum of 10 kilometers, we started delivering these products. But back in 2013, Swiggy came into market, or see, Swiggy came into market, or Zomato came into market. So that is, see, up to, maybe I should say, up to 2013, 15, we don't have that much of ecosystem available, or the correct definition of what is a startup. But silently, people were building. If you could, some of the startups like Naturals, if of course Naturals, Kumar Wilson's Natural, Zoho, Naturals, Kissflow, Orangescape, Kissflow. Currently Kissflow, those it was Orangescape. And of course matrimony.com of Janavi Murugavel sir, matrimony.com, and Freshworks, all these companies, they were silently building the products. So only now anybody builds a startup, anybody can build anything. Now we have the ecosystem is so wide open. எல்லாருக்குமே எல்லாம் தெரியுது என்ன நடக்குது, and what the system do we have, what learning we should take. But at those times it's purely the hard work of the founder, the hard work of the founders, hard work, passion, persistence, consistency of those. See, even that case is applicable even today. But at those time, with a limited ecosystem available, no, I think no ecosystem available, especially Tamil Nadu, up to 2015, 16, I don't think that we had that much of that much of support system. Only after 2018, I think there was an ecosystems. This slowly started booming up in Tamil Nadu. Earlier, people used to have programs in Bangalore. See, the reason why Bangalore or Hyderabad have developed to an unimaginable extent. See, even Hyderabad doesn't have any of the support system. Even today, they don't have that much of support system as we have in Tamil Nadu. But still, a lot of IT companies across the world are pumping towards Hyderabad. There, rather than Chennai, their next option is Hyderabad. See, if any company, famous company based out in Pune, I don't want to mention Pune. Uh, See, when they're asked to start an organization in South, Bangalore was given an option, Chennai was given an option, but they opted out both these states, and they opted in for Hyderabad. Let me start a company in Hyderabad, and they started running. So Hyderabad, Bangalore. So today they have a good startup ecosystem. Earlier, they had knowledge ecosystem, how to start a startup, how to run a startup. Too many knowledge ecosystem was available in Bangalore and Hyderabad at those point of time. Today, based on that learning, based on that knowledge ecosystem, today there are a lot of startups. In Tamil Nadu, we have to wait for another couple of years to have a big boom of startups. So there is a startup dip across India, but of course, in Tamil Nadu, like scenario is quite good. Uh, we have a good learning ecosystem. When organization like Startup TN or there are a lot of private organizations like booming like Tamilpreneur, Startnet, Startup Grind, Techstars. The Techstars is a global accelerator firm. So we have Techstars provides learning where how you need to build a startup in 54 hours. Startup Grind is the world's largest community of entrepreneurs. Startup Grind is the world's largest community of entrepreneurs where they teach you how how to build a startup and getting credit points. Sorry, getting credits to build products or services. Co-partners. See, one at this point of time, you have to remember one thing: partnership being co-creation is the future. Today, rather than you trying to build something monotonously or single-handedly, that takes time. But however, partnerships, collaboration, and co-creation, that gives a bigger result, very quick result as well. So that is the kind of ecosystem available today. See, let me start from college. See, just think up to 2018-19, you don't have that much system. Slowly in 2019, you have IIIC, Institute Innovation Council, that came into play. Now, most of the colleges, if they don't have Institution Innovation Council, see, I am wondering if there was no Institution Innovation Council came into institutions, no faculty or no students will know about entrepreneurship, because colleges is placed in such a way they should teach subjects, take classes, get marks, go for placements. That was the structure we followed until I say about 2018-19. At least late in 2019, this was the proper system followed by any colleges, whether it's an arts college, whether it's an engineering college, whether I don't mind. All colleges are followed, except in a very few cases, exceptional cases, colleges thought different. See, we have lot of founders from IITs. The reason why we have lot of successful startup founders from IITs and IIM is because they have given they have given an opportunity for students to grow. They concentrate on the individual growth of the students rather than the institutional growth. And they have given space for all its students to work. Don't sit in classroom. Go work, learn, execute, think creatively, execute creatively. That was a system followed by these IITs and IIMs. But our local colleges, our regional colleges, we concentrated on the percentage of marks. Students should come to college. They should sit in a class. We should teach them. They should get marks. Then let bring some placements. Let's showcase 100% placements. That's about we were into up to 2018. So that have derailed the process of young startup founders in Tamil Nadu. But most of the colleges like IITs and IIMs, most of the colleges in north of India, they've promoted this self-learning, new venture development, startup development, entrepreneurship development. That's the reason why we have got a lot of good quality startups from Delhi NCR. We have good startups in Delhi NCR. We have good startups in Uttar Pradesh, not Uttar Pradesh. We have in Delhi NCR. We have in Mumbai. I mean Maharashtra. We have good startups in Maharashtra as well. But I guarantee you, next couple of 1 to 2 years, we are going to beat all those systems. Tamil Nadu has a wider scope of learning. We are giving a wider learning spectrum. We are giving sufficient fund system. And like startup team. When we start the startup team, we have tan seed of around 10 lakhs for startups, 15 lakhs for women-led entrepreneurs and rural startups. We have SC/ST corpus fund. We have SC/ST exclusive for SC/ST community for 50 crore. We have angel funds, lot of funding system. We have the EDI funding, innovation voucher program, or like we have lot of incubation centers. Incubation centers. Tamil Nadu has the most number of incubators. Closely around, we have 120 plus incubators that are helping startups grow next stage. Now, what is an incubator's role is? Incubators incubates a startup, validates their idea, gives the support system, gives them a support system, creates them a market. See, incubation centers, if when they started performing very actively, we will have a lot of startups booming up, coming up. Now, incubation centers are the one of the best ecosystem available in Tamil Nadu. We have the largest number of incubation centers, I think, in India. And when we take about a global center, of course, India has the most number of incubators as well. And in India, Tamil Nadu has the most number of incubators. So we should be proud of what the ecosystem we have. Then we have entrepreneurship communities. We have a lot of entrepreneurship communities like Startup TN as a startup community circle. We have communities like Tamilpreneur or Zuzu community, or we have StartNet. We have a lot of private communities. We have a lot of startup communities that gives you startup learning, that gives you startup advice, that gives you see Techstars. Techstars Startup Weekend happens across the state of Tamil Nadu, where they teach them students or aspiring entrepreneurs how to build a startup in 54 hours. The wide spectrum of learning is being disseminated to all those kids out there, or all those aspiring entrepreneurs out there. We have a wide scope of learning as well today. So that creates a new market, that creates a demand. See, and then the technological aspects. See, there are a couple of things. Okay, coming back before this slide, I have to say three things. What is ecosystem available? Number one is incubation centers. We have around 120 plus incubation centers that helps you incubate your ideas, validate your idea. We have self-funded incubators. We have government-funded incubators. Both governments. We have government-funded incubators. We have private incubators. See, there's a new incubator in Chennai called AI Venture Factory that has been completely funded by an AI company in Singapore. So likewise, you have lot of ecosystem available. And of course, if your college is part of Institution Innovation Council, Institution Innovation Council have mandated that your college should have a pre-incubation center. So the reason why, see, incubation centers is the major source of development for startups. That is the reason why IIC has come up with the policy. If your institution has IIC, they are asking for a separate space, probably around 1,000 or 3,000 square feet. Now, if you have this, automatically you are a pre-incubation center. If your college runs an IIC, you should have a pre-incubation center. Sorry, pre-incubation center where you can incubate the student ideas. Number three is that you have accelerators, you have government systems, you have private incubators to support your ideas. Now, all this bring together creates a wider market opportunity that gives a sense of confidence that even I can start a startup. See, most of the colleges now running behind, very less number of colleges today are running behind placements. They are balancing, they're trying to balance. 50 students, if 100 students, 50 students, they're running a startup, 50 students they have placed. See, every year there are around 4 lakh plus students coming out only from arts. Total maybe 6 or 7 lakhs, if total Tamil Nadu, take a scenario. See, 7 lakh students coming out, passing out their courses. Do we have placement opportunity for everybody? That's my big question. Do everybody has a placement opportunity? Can we give placements for everyone? Of course, the answer is no. We don't have that much of companies. So our first priority should be starting new companies. Just imagine that if you start a company which can give employment for at least 4 to 5 people, that's a big number. I was honest that starting a company who could employ 4 to 5 people is a big number, of course, at this point of time. Maybe see tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities. If you have, see, even now, MIT, Ministry of Electronics and MIT have come up with a scheme called Genesis. This Genesis scheme is only for incubation centers, colleges, in tier 2 and tier 3 regions where they fund. This fund should be utilized for startups. If there is a startup idea, viable business plan, if there's a startup approaching you with a viable business plan, normally there's a notion that if you start a company in a tier 2 or tier 3 region, grow. When I say tier 3, tier 2 is Kanyakumari, Tenkasi, Thuthukudi. This is the Thuthukudi, even that's industrial area, but still it's a tier 2, tier 3 city. Shivakasi. People normally say if I start in a tier 2, tier 3, I cannot grow. Normally, the fascination of startups comes up to Madurai. Beyond Madurai, there is no fascination is happening. But now things are changing. Even MIT has come up with a scheme called Genesis, where they are ready to invest on a tier 3 startup if they have a good business plan. And now Startup India Seed Fund. Startup India Seed Fund that have definitely helped across dozens of startups is getting benefited. Through TAN Seed, I think a lot of Tamil Nadu startups, rural-based startups from Ramnad, Thuthukudi are getting benefited with those schemes. Now that is a wider spectrum is now available. We have good support system, we have a good government system to support, we have a good ecosystem that could give knowledge, that would help you raise funds, that would help you in all aspects. Now the problem is how far a startup founder is visionate. See, he should do hard work. Rather, you cannot become a superstar. You see, there are only two people who can become rich in a song. That is Surya Vamsam Sarath Kumar and Annamalai Rajinikanth. Only these two people can become rich in a single song. Nobody else can become rich in a single song. So it is all about hard work. You have to see, running a startup is not easy. See, I would strongly urge the attendees of this session, you have to support startups. You have to support entrepreneurs. Even when normally people say, see, where are you working? I run a startup. People have an ignorance. Why don't you go for a job? Why don't you go for a government job? See, government job is also not easy today. You have to start your work by 9 o'clock and you have to work up to 6. Even district collectors, IAS officers, they are leaving the office only by 8:30, 9 o'clock. Sorry, I have a kind of health issue. Just give me a second. See, even the civil service officer leaving the office only at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So government job is also like quite changing. Likewise, entrepreneurs, they don't have a work, they don't have set a work limit for them, but still, if they're very passionate, see, three things, whatever you build, three things is very important. The passion, the consistency, the passion to work, the consistency, and hard work. Hard work, consistency, passion are the three key elements that is very, very important to build a startup and to run it. See, starting a startup is very, very easy. Closing a startup is much easier. In between these two is where you need to put a lot of effort if you have to grow. So this growth, in whatever case, whether the ecosystem is available or not, you should have the passion, persistence, and harder to make use of the ecosystem. There are a lot of ecosystem, as I said, incubation centers, learning centers. You have a lot of it doesn't like it is not monopoly. You see, if you have to build some quality, you need not do it in Tamil. You can do it in Kerala, you can do it in Pune, you can do it in Delhi. Now the forum is open. Even Goa Startup Mission is inviting startups from Tamil Nadu to open up an office in Goa, and we in Tamil Nadu Startup Mission, we are also open for any people, any startup founders from across the across the country to come open up an office in Tamil Nadu. See, now it is like everywhere. It is not like you could start only in one place. Now you have a wide spectrum. Wherever you have the market, go pitch in there and start your business. That market is available. It is not about I am from Tamil Nadu, so I will run only in Tamil Nadu. It's not like that. Or I am from Mumbai, I could start only in Mumbai. No, if you have a good business idea, if you have a good business plan, if you have a good go-to-market strategy, you can start anywhere. Now that is the system available. Even most of the state governments is open for that. Only thing what they prefer is they have to register a company in their own state. See, if you are a Tamil Nadu based startup, even if you have a Tamil Nadu startup in Tamil Nadu, if you want to expand in Goa, to register a company in Goa. And if you want to do it in Karnataka, you have to register a company in Karnataka. And if you want to do it in Delhi, you have to register in Delhi. That's the only requirement what people look. Apart from that, expanding to US, even that's the first in this country. Tamil Nadu Startup Mission, Startup TN has something called Beyond TN. Beyond TN is where if you want to expand your market in USA, if you want to expand your market in Singapore, if you want to expand your market in Dubai, we could help out through our global coordination centers. So in another couple of months, we'll be materializing the global coordination centers in Dubai, Singapore, uh, and US. That is going to materialize. See, that's a ecosystem available. It is not about you will get chance only. No, if you're developing a brilliant product, if you're developing a brilliant product, you can expand in any part of the country, any part of the world. You can expand. You can go to US. You can go to millions. There's a story of Zoho. People normally say, see, Zoho have not even raised a single money. They are completely bootstrap company which have crossed 100 million users. So that is the success story that we can generate. It is not about meat. See, one other. See, just imagine. Do we have the system 10 years back? I never know that DST have funded any. So I think this is also a DST funded program. I don't think that DST have funded any colleges 10 years back to do some entrepreneurship programs. Only UGC used to fund colleges to develop laboratories, uh, develop education systems. Now even startups, companies, government is spending money to develop entrepreneurship. That is there's a need of that. We need a lot of entrepreneurs to come in. See, just imagine at least next see one of the biggest mission of startup team is that in next 2 years we have to bring in around 2,000 companies. Give me a second, please. Hello. Good morning. Sorry, there's again working day challenges, and I'm on leave for a couple of days because of my father's like health condition. So still, I'm getting a couple of calls. I have to answer that as well. So coming back, see, just imagine DST. Why DST should spend this much of amount? I think I don't know how much this program is funded, but normally during COVID time, I think DST have given 1 lakh rupees for most of the institutions to do this entrepreneurship programs. Why should government spend this much of amount to promote entrepreneurship? Or say, let's say about let's talk about let's talk about any government departments who spend money. Even IIC, Institution Innovation Council, every year they are earmarking a budget, salary of employees, salary of the internal employees, portal maintenance, program expenses. They do have a very good budget to do this. Why? Exclusively to promote entrepreneurship. That is the necessity of. See, we need see the big audacious goal of state government of Tamil Nadu is that in next 1 year or 2 years we need around 1,000 startups. 1,000 new startups should boom. By 2025, we aim at 2,000 startups, new startups coming up. See, 2,000 startups at least we have, if they could employ around 10 to 50 people, we are solving a major, see, if the job crisis has to be reduced, the only way is that we need more startups coming into the picture. So my request to the faculty members attending here is do promote entrepreneurship in your campus. Going forward, you should measure your success rate not only by the number of placements. Also, you should measure these number of students starting their own startups. And don't encourage startups for namesake. I have this startup, I have this startup. No, just identify the good startup with the good market potential. Good market potential. That is as a viable business plan. It is not like a vermicompost or beauty commerce. They should be even they can be beauty product, but that should be an e-commerce thing or see. Just find some. I don't want to suggest on those, but find some good quality ideas coming up. There are a lot of entrepreneurship or promotion organizations, NGOs who could come down to your institution and train students about entrepreneurship. So, and there are a lot of open source technology available. So, this is the create new market. Your market is very important. And the other important thing is that your founder should be a good salesperson. Because being a founder, you are the only person who knows how to sell your product. He should be a good sales and marketing strategist. Normally, when we talk about sales and marketing, people jerk their eyes. Oh, sales and marketing, I don't like that. Without sales and marketing, you cannot grow your company. That is very, very important. Sorry. Anirudh? சொல்லுங்க Anirudh. So, are we clear? I'm not getting any responses. The problem with online calls is that most of the academicians You might be in your respective classrooms, keeping your mobile phone silent, switching off the cameras. How many of you are with me? How many of you are listening to me? How many of you are listening?
Dear participants, kindly respond to the question of the resource person.
Sir, we are listening, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Karthik, for that. So anyway, I think my time is my time is up. Still, we have another session. I'll quickly close what I'm trying to say. The ecosystem, see, you have a pretty good number of ecosystem. Only thing is that you have to support the new age entrepreneurs, new age founders. See, let me talk with this place. See, one before one kind of learning is that you should have a strategy how to find new market and how to enter new market. You should know how to get into the market and play big business, and then demand technology. You should know how to wisely use technology. The reason, see, I don't say that every startup should have a technology use, but if you have a good technology in your startup, it helps you in expansion. Then your market will be very competitive. Either you have to fight with your competitor, or you have to make a partner collaboration. If you have to enter a competitive market, you have to partner with your, you have to have a go in a partnership goal. From next, I think we have on 30th. I think on 30th, I'll go for the next couple of sessions. So this is the overall structure, the ecosystem available, or the startup journey. And if I'm open for any quick questions, maybe a couple of seconds, I can take a couple of questions if you are in need of. Okay, take a couple of questions if you are in need of. Okay. So I take myself, there are no questions, and thank you for the opportunity. We'll meet up next time. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable points, sir. Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
Yes, sir. Due to climatic conditions, they have a lot of network issues, sir. Because we are running in teams, na. There is a lot of network issues, sir.
Okay, very good. So thank you so much for the opportunity, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Ritika? Ritika, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in the line only, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Could you please take over the session, ma'am?
Ma'am, give me 2 minutes, ma'am. I will share my screen. Yeah, ma'am.
Sure, ma. Sure, ma. So, dear participants, the next session topic is the technology sourcing, the supports available from R&D institutions. And another topic is promoting innovative ventures. The role of technology business incubator is handled by Ritrika Chandran, Assistant Professor of Vivekananda College of Engineering for Women.
Ma'am, 2 minutes. The network is too low. Give me 2 minutes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Take your own time, ma.
Good morning, ma'am. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Is visible, ma.
Ma'am, they are all the same participants who are attending
Same
my last.
participants only, ma. Same participants.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, okay, good morning, sir and ma'am. So, we already seen some sessions about environmental scanning, which is combined with market survey. Today, we are looking to what are the roles of TBIs. Maybe some persons from this audience portal, you may know about some things, but the thing that I shared with you all by the student point of view. Let's we look into the first. What are the roles of DB8s? The first, some details from you all. Anyone here having a DBA in your institutions or some other persons are occupying some roles in DBAs? Anyone here? Anybody?
So, dear participants, anybody have TBA in our college?
Or they are today's topic also including the research institutes. If you have a research institute or a research department in your college, means you can share it also. So okay, ma'am. So okay, no, not a problem. We will look into the topic. So first thing. So what are the missions, objectives, and benefits? Generally, when we look into business, technology business incubators, they are supporting proof of concept into a startup. That is in a main hope. Before in that the last session I was attended, this is shared about the things about Institutions Innovation Council. So after establishment of Institutions Innovation Council at 2018, students' ideas were developed at Institutions Innovation Council itself. So after that stage, uh, students can develop their ideas into a prototype by using Institutions Innovation Council. Once they are completing their working prototype model, they are going to approach the technology business incubators nearby the institutions. And also, after that, the Institution Innovation Council, we have a business incubation unit or host institute. In the Ministry of Education, we have an IAC, then HI, then DBA. There is a three module. First one is an IAC, Institutions Innovation Council. Next one, host institute or BI. So even though host institute is nearby for 10 institutes, we have one host institute, I think so. So based on this, if you are supported by host institute, then they will recommend you to approach a DBA. So these are all the later form of DBAs to reach DBA. So most of the people are maybe aware about the Institutions Innovation Council, and if I suppose the last session sir also shared so many things about it. So now we are specifically we are looking to vision, objectives, and benefits of DBI. So this is mainly developed for emerging business, which means that the students may get an idea and they also have a proof of concept, or they maybe have a working prototype. So they need some mentoring, some financial support, some guidance, some auditing persons, and so many things. But students may not aware about that, even though in general public also can incubate it at DBA. So what are the benefits for general public means they are also have a business, but they didn't register in any government forum, or they also struggled for financially, or so many things that. So we have to what is the main role of DBAs to guide them, mentoring them, incubated them. They must be able to provide enough feasibility, or we also may mention that they allowed to use the utilities which are available in DBAs, maybe in a 3D printing machines, or laser cutout machine. These are all the machines which is available within a DBA. Now AICT Idea Lab is also available. Sir clearly explained about a pre-incubation unit. So by pre-incubation unit, we can consider that every institute they must have an entrepreneurship development cell, and also they have an IEDC. This is also come under EDC only, innovation and entrepreneurship development cell. Next one, startup cell, IPR cell. These are all the things which is come under pre-incubation unit, which means AICT Idea Lab is also one of pre-incubation unit. These are all pre-incubation unit. You may use this pre-incubation unit to develop your prototype as a working model. So after that, you maybe go for an incubation unit. So in Idea Lab itself, now AICT is funded up to 1 crore rupees to establish Idea Lab in your institution. Based on that category also, your students may utilize that particular Idea Lab to develop their idea. So in Idea Lab, they have machineries like 3D printing, laser machine, wood cutting machine, so many things. By using 3D printing model, you can develop your working prototype as a 3D developed model. So there is so many things there. So you must be aware about what is pre-incubation units and what is the role of IEC. IEC is not come under any incubation unit or pre-incubation unit. IEC is a control unit for pre-incubation unit and as well as an incubation unit of one particular college. So by IEC, we can directly contact with the Ministry of Education and central government agencies to support your innovations in the name of Yukti Innovation Reciprocity. I think many of you maybe know about it because now the last time only the submission ideas are closed. So you have to guide the students. So this is a base thing to start your idea into a business. In same Yukti Innovation Portal, general public also can give their idea as well as startup can give their idea. Ma'am, whether my PPT is visible or not, ma'am? Oh, Niranjana, ma'am. So what I am talking about an Yukti Innovation Reciprocity Portal. So once you submit your idea or problem statement, whether you can submit it to Yukti Innovation Reciprocity Portal only. So after that, your ideas will be evaluated by the central government. Then they will select an one-to-one mentoring and so many stages are there. So after that, they will help you to linkage with the DBA and so many things. Here is a role that when your idea is developed as a working prototype, in DBA you have a separate selection process like in a pitching event. There is so many steps. I will explain it in coming up slides. So now there is three main things to implement or increase the success rate of emerging startups. So everyone can start a startup. Everyone can start a business. So between the process, you work hard to develop your startup into a successful startup. That is very, very important. In particularly when one student, when he completed his graduates, whether or engineering or arts and science, general age is 21 to 22. So at the young age, he needs some mentoring support from experienced people. So at the stage of startup, he is not able to appoint some experienced person or some other persons. At that time, TBA will help you how to you run your business, how to you start your business, and as well as how to guide you or how to increase your network marketing. That is very, very important. Even though you have an innovative idea, you have a working prototype model and a successful product, you must be clear about your market. So that is very, very important. So for that, DBA will help you. So that is in a first statement that it will help you to increase the successful development of emerging business, and also they will contribute you to your business vitality, diversity, and growth of community. which I was explained previously. So they will support you to create some network for your business. Next one, so when you start a startup or some other things, you need at least one person to work in your particular startup company. So the technology business incubations will must looking for to create job opportunities for particular students. That's why the government and so many persons are conducting this type of awareness program and things. Things to motivate some students and publics or professors like you to encourage the students to start in a business. So that is a main role of DBA. So here we have some 5 different kinds of roles of DBA. So here clusters and innovation box, corporate and investors, business support organizations, universities and business schools, and government organizations. So these are all the 5 important factors are in DBA. So they have clusters and innovation parks in DBA, as well as they have a contact of corporators as well as investors. Then only they are able to fund a project which is taken by a student. So first I will explain what are the roles that DBA will do. So if some student have an idea, means they are able to mentoring them, they are able to invest in their particular company or particular idea. They will they will support them up to 3 years in DBA. So within the 3 years, the startup will be work hard to stand with their own. So after 3 years, they will send off from DBA unit. So they will start their business in their own land. Likewise, they will provide your office space. They can give a permission to use the machineries which is available in institutions or business incubators or pre-incubation unit. In any way, when the available machineries can be utilized by you, and you can use the college students as an intern for your company, and you can use the students to work in your company with stipend or without stipend. That is your wish. Next one thing is they will support you to expand your idea to the students as well as in market. This is a step-by-step procedure. For that, they have these 5 communities with that. One is clusters and invention park. Next one is corporate and investors. And next, business support organization. In business support organization, sir said that one AI company which is operated from Singapore or Malaysia. Some countries are mentioned that from there they investing some company for innovative idea. So these are all come under business support organizations because they have money, but they didn't have any innovation idea or some things, means they are ready to invest on your idea. So for that, they may ask some equities as like 3% to 9% as well as set by national education policy. So other than that, we have a government organization also. I will in further slides I will discuss about the government organization which is tie up with technology business incubators. These are all help to develop the assistant for one particular startup. Next one, they create in a professional network and relationship support, as well as this particular educational programs may be mentioned by hackathons and so many things. Next one, facility based service. I have already mentioned that labs and machineries which are available in your institution, it is may be used by a startup runner. Next one, government agencies. I'm already said by in a last slide. One is NSTEDP. Now they started to start a new business incubators. Already they funded for so many incubations at Tamil Nadu and all over India. So this National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board, and also this session also sponsored by NSTEDP, I think so, or some other source. I may not clear. So, but this NASTEDP are eagerly funded to the students or to encourage the professors who are working as an maybe they are an research scholars or you working in some institutions as a head research institute, get so many responsibilities you may have as a participant. I think so. So they trust that the people who are teaching a students only able to guide them to start a startup, because they are able to I'm in the last session I was explained that very clear about role of faculties in entrepreneurship. So you may remember that. So you are the responsible for one young generation's future. So that's why the government is choosing you to provide with some awareness program like this. So we have looked into next Department of Science and Technology. This they are also provided some sponsored workshops like this, and also the incubator is also supported by Ministry of MSME and Government of India. So in the what the way they are means they are giving separate funding to separate projects. For example, actually I am an winner of National Innovation Contest 2020. So my project is funded by 6.5 lakhs by Ministry of MSME through incubation unit only. So likewise, if you are college students is winning some competitions like Yukti Innovation Reciprocity, now the National Innovation Contest and Smart India Hackathon and so many other contests or commander like Yukti Innovation Reciprocity. So suppose your students are winning in those competitions, they give separate fund to separate projects. These projects they can freely choose incubation unit, which means they can choose their near institutes or they can choose the incubation unit who has supported them or approached them. So these facilities are given by Ministry of MSME. In the way only my project one is given to an institution, to my institution. Now I'm supported by my institution. So this is also one type of support given by Ministry of MSME. So the services that what they are provided means they will help with business basics. I'm already said a market research and market survey, material buying, and initial machinery manufacturing. Initial machinery installations. So those things they will help you, as well as networking activities. They generally, when you looking to start a business, you need a wide network for your market. So that is very important. The great thing was done by business incubations in the name of networking activities. Next one is marketing assistance. Once you create your network, marketing is a very simple one, as well as an infrastructure support, because initially suppose one startup is going to start a business means they need up to 3 lakh as a capital fund to start their business, maybe in a building form or a chair table or fixed non-capital fund. Likewise, they need some up to 3 lakhs minimum they need. So that initial 3 lakh infrastructure support will provided by Technology Business Incubator at their incubation unit up to 3 years. So 3 years you may not need to put some offices in your own land and so many things. You can put your office in incubation unit itself. So it definitely will help you to make the things. So that is come under an infrastructure support. Next one is help with accounting and financial management. They will arrange some auditors or some network persons to help you, as well as access to bank loans, loan funds, and guarantee programs. So when we look into this, they refer some banks. They are already tied up with the technology business incubation. So here I want to mention that Punjab National Bank is good for one startup, because they are providing some Pradhan Mantri schemes and PM Modi's some specialized schemes with no security. They are ready to provide loan, but you have to be clear with your business model. That is very important. So next one is help with presentation skill. So this is also very important, because when you have a good idea, when you have a very good working model, even though you have a market potential, but at the pitching even to an investor, if you are not able to present it well, means the total planning will be collapsed. So that presentation skill is very, very important for your particular company. So and also links to higher education resources. As I said, some advanced laboratories like some institutions or universities which are top ranked in India, you can able to use that higher education resources also. So next one, links to strategic partners. So maybe you ask the questions that who is strategic partners? They will help you how to plan your business. We can mention that in other word like strategic plan. We can say like that. So next one, angel investors and venture capitals. So that one they are in a funding agencies. We can call them into an angel investors and venture capital. When I was looking into this, I have to remember some Surya's movie. That movie, Suraraipotu. Correct. Suraraipotu movie. So in that movie, he will clearly explain about that angel investors and venture capitals in one scene. You can remember that. When heroine is went to his home, he have some board in that he was clearly mentioned that they are all the angel investors, they are the venture capitals. When you going to start a business, I recommend you to see that particular film. So in that film, they clearly say about the angel investors and what are they did do. Suppose if you are succeeding in business without any funding, means what are the things maybe happen. Likewise, they cleared very explained in that particular movie. So if you have a time, kindly watch that movie, Access to Angel Investor and Venture Capital. Next one is in a comprehensive business training programs like this. Of course, when you start this program, you may how to frame an idea to, how to identify business opportunities to, how to frame market survey or network marketing to. Now we are standing up with an roles and responsibility TBI. So these are all the very, very important programs. They will help you to attend these like business training programs, and also in an industrial training program also they will provide it within a TBA unit. Next one, I'm already mentioned that advisory boards and mentors we have. Next one, management team identification. So this is also very important because when you as a fresher, you have to identify some persons or you have to examine some persons whether they suitable for your managing director position or chief executive officer or so many roles that maybe they are a deputy manager. Some other roles are available in private limited company or a proprietary company and so many things. So in that thing also they will help you to identify who is the right person to your management team. And also what is business etiquette means. So the things you have to be linked with your investors or your customers or your TBA unit. Some institutions also they are ready to invest their student projects. In my institution also they supported me in so many ways. So like this they will help you in that. And already explained that technology commercialization assistance and the regulatory compliance is also very, very important. So when you are going to for example, if I started in a private limited company, every month I have to file a document up to date correctly. Suppose I missed it to file means they have put a penalty for me. So I heard that for 1 year itself, it may penalty alone 60,000 you may receive. So in likewise, they will guide you how to maintain these regularity compliances for your company. So they will guide you in that also. Last point is a very, very important point, intellectual property management. So if your company have some innovation component with yourself, you must be aware and about intellectual property rights. So if you patent your product, then only you are able to run your business without competitors. That is very important. So this is the only one way to protect your product from your competitors. You can design your product. When we go for a patent design, this season also I think you have. So when we go for a design means, for example, anyone remind that Coca-Cola bottle, the first invented bottle, it is like in a lady shape. So this bottle shape is specially patented. So no one other companies is not having a patent for their some drink bottle like this, because that is in a power of intellectual property. So be aware or be clear about your product design. Next one, the things that is repeated, they will supported to industry sector also. Suppose if you are running an industry very successful, maybe you taken a turnover for 3 crores or 4 crores, you see, till you need some technology support, or you still need some mentoring, you still need some machineries which is available from DBAs, means you can approach them also. So in that way they will support it in technology and creative industries as well as constructions, computer software like SolidWorks, AutoCAD and Pro engineering software. They will help with you with that also. So next one, e-business and e-commerce. This is the main thing some developer industries asking for that. So when we go for an e-commerce, the government e-portal also available. So you can maybe clear about that also. So next one, wireless technologies, aerospace, internet, advanced materials, and the next thing is in a retail. So how to take your retail materials, that is also very important. So mainly some other industries, they were with some core, so but they don't have any ideas in biosciences and life sciences. So at that time also they will approach DBIs, as well as in a fashion. When we go for an fashion, you can use the students who are available in that particular arts and science colleges or so many things. So next one, manufacturing, healthcare technology, energy, food or forestry, telecommunication, all the sectors will be supported by DBA. That's all. So next one, consideration. What they have some consideration. So when you have to prepare or adopt a business plan, you have to mainly focus on addresses of financials, ownership, governance, management, and operations. You must be able to consider those all things, and also they must be in a strong support network within their community. Maybe this particular network community may including government or education, local business or complementary service agencies. So these are all the agencies, they must have a network, because if you have a startup means you must be able to mingle up with other communities. That is very, very important. So these are all the basic communities. They have a strong support in that. So next one, whether they have a support or not, because when you entered into some business incubators means you need first in a local resources. So if you have in a local area from Europe means you are not able to incubate at Gujarat. Am I right? What are the local facilities you have? Suppose the facilities you have for your business you have in only Gujarat means you must be incubated with the unit uh, which are in Gujarat. That is very important. So first, when you look at, because for LED strip manufacturing company, they most of the things are get it from North India only. So when you go for that particular business, you must be aware about what are the local resources available for that. That is very important. So that's why you must identify the business incubators like this. Next one, they have a service programs or buildings, whether they have any service programs or available building space for working for your company. That is also very important. Next one, they must be focused on generating results. That is also very important. Next one, the main and one and only thing, I personally think that the persons who are approaching business incubators means they are funding only. So because they have a working model also, they spend up to 5 to 10 lakhs, maybe they spend in their idea. So but they need some additional money to implement their product or launch their product. So when we go for an financially based searching business incubation means Navexra ma'am, am I audible or not? Ma'am, some other persons, Kanan sir or Ganesh sir, anybody? Am I audible or not?
Audible, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I received some network connection, some notification. That's why I'm asking, ma'am. Thank you.
My carry and your voice is audible.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So you must be aware that they have an adequate financing or financing sources like because now when we go for this adequate financing, I'm personally says that, and I'm personally approaching so many DBAs. They have so many funds, but they are searching for startups to fund. So that is an interesting factor that I found out. So please, if you have an idea, kindly approach DBAs. They have so many funds to give a startup. So next one, they must have bit of collaboration with complementary service agencies, which means maybe a competition conductors like Ideathon, hackathons, or now recently I received from Kongi DBI and PSC Step as a Navy problem statements. So like this, they must have an collaboration with government agencies or non-government industries, government industries or non-government industries or agencies who are having a problem statements. They ready to be mingle with your DBA to identify solution for their particular problems. So you must identify DBAs like that, as well as their management must be entrepreneurial in nature and committed to service. That also in a very important. Suppose if they are in money minded, they definitely invest in your project, because so some others are asking about equity shares more than 10%. That's why the government itself given a policy like this. You may ask up to 9% only equity shares in that particular company. More than 9% you may not ask that, as well as some others are asking about interest. But in my institution at the knowing incubation unit, they need, even though they need not any interest for their, they not need any equity shares, they are ready to provide space, they were ready to provide money. The share also will be created by us only, maybe 2.5% or 3% only they are asking. So these are all the incubator units in the service minded. You must be identifying like this. Please don't go for a money invested mind DBAs. Next one, they must overly restrictive regarding the targeted content mix, which means that they must or they didn't involve your management thing. That is, you need because you didn't give any permission to them to involving your particular startup activities. That is also in a very important. Next one, keep content cost down. That is also one focus thing. Next one, they must focus on important things, not in a glitter things. Next, be realistic in what can be achieved. That is also very important, because maybe you have some innovative idea, they know very well about it. It is not a commercialized product and it is not able to be a marketable one, but still they will support you, means there is nothing. So you must clear about that whether the DBAs are working in a realistic mode. That is also in a very important, and you can analyze these things also. In past days, how many companies they will support them and how many products were established from that particular DBA. That is also an important thing. Next one, graduation policies. Likewise, I'm already said that if you take some DBAs or institutions, means even though some institutions innovation council also now have a national innovation and startup policy. Likewise, they have some policies. You must look into the policies of that particular DBA. So that is also, remember, so many participants are only taken a minimum 3 years. So here they are, some other DBAs are having a 4 years too. So next one, and ensure their applicants were fit into the incubator culture. So if they are not able to fit into an incubator culture, which means that they, I'm not ready to give any equity shares, I am not able to give you free intern for your students. Likewise, some companies are says that in a self-planetary mode, which means that they are looking only about their business and they are looking want to develop their business. If you are having some ideas related that before you add as an incubator or adopted as an incubator, you must be clear about all those statements with your incubation unit. So that's why we can say that in a incubation culture. So they have some culture to follow. So you must be adaptable to those things. So next one, it isn't necessary to have a few anchor contents to ensure a steady stream of revenue. So that is also one important point. So next one, do not rely on private sector financial contribution as a regular ongoing or cost offset. So as I said earlier, there is a selection process for every TBA. For that, they must call for some applications from you. So once you submitted your application, the incubation recommendation will be going on. So maybe they took your application to the management or head of the DBA. So after that, they giving some screening, some screenings. It may be like in a pitching event or small presentation about your product to the incubation unit. After that, incubation will finally given an offer to be incubated at their incubation unit. So after that, you must be onboarding to the incubations. Next one, incubation execution will be happening on then. Next one, incubating graduation. So after graduation, they given a post-graduation engagement. In post-graduation engagement, they will provide you some space for your company. They will help you to appoint employees. They help you to create a network. They will help you to do your regularity compliances. So these are all the things come under in selection process. So next one, setting up a startup incubator. First one, what are the objectives you have for your particular company? Next one, whether this idea have a business need, that is very important. So as I said earlier, even though you have a good innovative idea but not having market, means there is nothing in that particular idea. So because when you find a idea or find a solution, means there must be a problem in society. People are looking for that only. If they are struggled to brush their teeth, the brushes are came. So like this, you must have identifying the business need. So must you have an objective, and also you have to analyze that whether it has a business need or not. After that, you have to identify the benchmark for that. After that, whether it has to be able to generate some revenue from it. That is, so if it is possible to generate revenue, you have to develop your business case. Maybe it is in a networking mode and so many some other points like this, network marketing or marketing survey or expanding marketing or merciless techniques. By using these techniques, you are able to develop your business cases. So after that, definitely your business will be take off. So after that, so we have three phases. In that particular point, we have break-even point analysis. So when you reach the break-even point analysis, then your business will be going within a profit mode only. Till that, you will receive, your business will running in losses only. So you have to what means we can say that you have to fight for your business. That is a simple thing. So when you develop your business case up to take off position, you have so many struggles in your business. So in Tamil proverb, they will say, "Evan oruvan avan kadanaivana paadai kadந்து செல்கிறவனோ அவனே அதில் வெற்றி அடைவான்." So this is a very popular Tamil quote. So once you overcome all your struggle points, definitely you will succeed in your business. So these are all these some typical funding resources, maybe your institutions or equity investment companies, economic development agencies, as well as public funds. Some NGOs or Rotary clubs also very willing to provide funding, as well as some alumni associations also funding, as well as corporate sponsorships. They also ready to funding your product. So next one, there are the three stages of development. So we can say that from stage one is, so first you have to focus on minimum viable product. Then you have to achieve the initial commercial traction, which means that you have to identify at least one customer. So after that, you are ready to focus on maximum viable products. Next one is stage two. So in stage two, you have to reach a certain level of maturity, because when you have go for a minimum viable product or minimal networking, you have so many experience for that particular one thing. So when you learned from your experience, you maybe come for some certain level of maturity. So if limited company is incorporated, so you have to whether it is your proprietary company or a LLP or private limited. So what you want to register means you have to incorporate it. Next one, venture may choose to exit the incubator or remain. So that is also important. Next, that particular venture is full-fledged business, but they continues to benefit from the support service provided by the incubator. So you are able to use all the facilities which is available in technology business incubators. And at the fourth stage, that venture will exit the incubator once an investment is made. So in stage 4, they will exit you. from the incubation unit, because now you are able to stand alone. Am I right? Because when one child is newly born, he or she needs some support from their parents or grandparents or some other persons to walk. So once they are stepped in their first step, even though you are holding their hands, never you are leaving them. Likewise, the incubator unit also will leave your hand when once you are standing up with your own investment. Next one, that utilizing of incubator support services while you are working to become fully independent. So once you are working in incubator units, mean you have to obey some particular things in that. So you may be independent from those things. So next one, key point for incubator setups. First thing is feasibility of study. So definitely it will help you to determine whether the proposed projects or idea or innovation thought you are have a solid market or a sound financial base or strong community support. So these are all the very critical factors for in a success of incubators. That is also very important. So next one, model. So when you go for a bank loan or pitching or some investor meeting, you must have a business plan in your hand. So you must be aware about of business incubation programs commit to industry best product like structuring and financial sustainability, recruiting, appropriately compensating management, for some company growing skills, building an effective board of directors, and also placing the greatest emphasis on client assistance. So that is also very important, because when you have a very good clients for your particular product, then only you will able to succeed. So next one, what are the ways that incubator units can generate a revenues? Means they ask some rent from the incubators, which means if you are wish to join some incubator units, mean you have to pay minimal rent. So it is not too cost, minimal rent you have to pay. So that incubator client rent. Next one, anchor tenant rents. Next one, service fees. So of course you are using 3D printing machine or wood cutting or laser cutting machine, means you have to working on rental basis for like for 1 hour you have to pay some minimum amount. Likewise, next one, grants, donations. So donations in kind means already mentioned that alumni associations or general non-government organizations, they will help donate. By the donations, they will run their business incubation. So percentage and revenue from incubators. I'm already explained about some equities as up to 9% they may ask. So from that they will generate revenue for their particular incubators. Yes, well as commercialization of technology. Suppose for your company you need some innovation technology, means if they have, they sold it to you. So from that also they will have an revenue. And last one, technology transfer. Through technology transfer also they have. Next one, key parameter indicators. So you people may aware about KPY parameters. So that is in a key parameter indicators. So here we have how many number of 10 clients they have. Next one, what are the evaluation services by incubator clients? So how many evaluation they have conducted like this. Next one, growth in the number of applicants. If 10 members is applied for today's, means they must increase 10 up to 20 for within next 20 days or next 12 months. They must they are working completely to uh, improve that particular things. Next one, the number of jobs created on an annual basis within the incubator. So as already said, even though one startup means they must be have at least one employee. So how many employees or how many jobs they created for their particular students or general public, they are also considered that also. Next one, percentage of incubator clients that successfully graduate as measured against the target which is established by the board. Because for every technology business incubation board, they have an evaluation committee, they have a team like manager or deputy manager, like this, they have so many people. So they are having an thing or they have a target to achieve those things. They are also mentioned common and key parameter indicators. After that, that incremental tax revenues. So this is generated by technology incubator clients or graduates. So how many tax they are paid to the government? So how many, because up to 10 lakhs, the initial startups are not able to pay GST, or they are free from GST payment. So likewise, once they entered into 25 lakhs or 30 lakhs per annum, if they get any profit, means they need to provide a tax, or they must pay tax to the government. So the percentage of tax which is paid by their clients or graduates also taken by the incubator units to mention it they as their key parameter indicator. Next one, how many percentage of incubator graduates stay in the community? Because after 4 years they may be exit from the incubation. For example, if one particular unity have 90 startups in their incubation, means after 4 years that 90 will be go out. Newly maybe or 10 are included, but these 90 will accompanied with that particular TBA to conduct so many programs or mentoring newly startup, as well as they are willing to invest the new startups which are incubated at the same unit. So these are all the networking company stability. So in that particular in that particular network stability, how many incubators already incubated into this stay in the community? They also looking that particular percentage also. Next one, level of community support for technology businesses, and also number of patents, because every startup have an innovative ideas, means you must have a 90 patents, right? So they also consider the particular count of patents. So next one, revenue of companies being surveyed, as well as capital raised by companies and also grants received by companies. So these are all the three factors of one by one for an incubator units to measure their key points. So overall I was explaining so many things. There is so many schemes also available in TBIs. So as well as research institutes and some other companies. So if you have any doubts regarding that, you may ask now. If you have any queries, you may ask.
Participants, do you have any query related to TBI? Ritika, we can move on next session, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, that's all. My end of session.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am, tell me, ma'am.
That's all, ma'am. If they have any questions, we can end up session.
So 2 topics you have covered, right?
Ma'am, actually, research institutes and technology business incubator. Initially, I was talking about IEC, incubation unit, and research institute, all those things, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Dear participants, do you have any queries?
Ma'am, actually, when we go for a research institute, means they must be able to have to ask questions, ma'am. Because when we go for a research institutions or IIC or pre-incubation units, all are end up with the TBA only. So if some questions are arranged related to that, I'm able to answer for that. Yes, ma'am. Other those things, we have the same things in that also, ma'am. If you have a research institute, they must have an idea. They must have a journal papers to develop. In that also, they must use a pre-incubation unit. After that, they must go for a TBA. So these are all the joint or chain parameters, ma'am. So
Okay,
that's why these are all the one by one joint matters.
Okay. So dear participants, do you have any queries? Okay, thanks Ritika. Thanks for sharing your valuable thoughts.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you,
No
ma'am.
issue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
சார் செஷன் வேகமாவே முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. டிடிஐயும் இதுவும் ரெண்டும் ஒன்று தானே சார்? இதுக்கு முடிச்சிட்டா என்ன பண்றது? இன்னும் 1 hour இருக்கு. என்ன பண்றது? அதான் யோசனையா இருக்கு. யாரு? ஆமா, ஒருத்தி கூட ஆன்சர் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க சார். சரிங்க சரி. ஹலோ சார். சார் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
So again, joined. I was willing to share my experience in GBI. So any other persons here or mentoring your students or some your students may get participated in some national innovation contest or Smart India hackathon, anything like this? Anyone here?
No, madam.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. May I know about your college names here? You may type in chat box also.
Madam, our college name is VV College of Engineering.
Okay, sir. Okay. Some others.
We have taken more steps to bring out our incubation in our college, to our college. But unfortunately, the last date was over, madam. That's I dropped us.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So anytime we will see the website, and we are looking forward to send the application form to the Delhi, madam, in the next time.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Okay, super. Sir, before submitting your application, you try to create some 5 innovative ideas in your institutions. Suppose you may submit application regarding that. So we have some 5 innovation ideas. We need to develop that. We must have an host institute. Likewise, you may ask. They will proceed your application very fast. Sir. Suppose you have an 5 innovations.
Yes, madam. Actually, our college situated in the rural area, and we have focused on the agricultural part, madam.
Okay,
so any
sir.
innovation on the agriculture, we visited the curriculum also.
Okay, sir.
Tell me, madam.
But okay, sir. Okay. So actually, the thing is, if your college is located, even though located in rural area, they will ready to help you, because when you have an innovative ideas, you may identify some problems in your near areas, and you have find solution for that. For that, you need some support from DBA. That's why I am explained the last 1 hour. So if you have like that some ideas, means you can approach incubation units. They will
Yes, madam.
definitely.
Actually, everybody told like this. For that only we tried a lot. Next time we will 100% we will try, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. So,
Okay,
not
thank you.
mentioned your institute, sir. Generally, I am talking. So,
Okay,
even though
okay.
my college is also located in near Namakkal, but it's also a rural area. But we have some innovation ideas in all over Tamil Nadu. You have to identify some problems in that, and they will help you to make your institutions to be become a great thing. And mention that we have 2 engineering institutions in ourselves. Our nearby institution have a host students, even though we are applying for an host institute, because we have an ACT Idea Lab additionally, and our students in 1,700. So, sir, these are all the factors they are looking for, sir. So even though you have a host institute nearby you, they see some things. How many projects are developed in your institute? What are the resources you have? What are the pre-incubation units you have? So you need not get any approval for pre-incubation units, sir, like EDC, EDC, or startups, IPO cell. For these cells, you need not any funding support. So you may create it with your own institution, sir.
Okay.
So you may conduct some awareness program for your institution through pre-incubation unit, means you will easily get host institute link.
Okay,
Okay, sir. So next I want to share my personal story. So now I am working as assistant professor, but when initially I was in a 2015 batch student, but 1 year discontinued after 2016 I was rejoined in undergraduate. So when I was doing my final year, I was attended one camp like this innovation camps. NADSC sponsored 1 month innovation camp at Periyar University. There is in 2 phase of camp. One phase at Periyar University Salem, and another one phase at Vinayaka Missions Salem. So by my institution, I was chosen as a trainee participant to that camp. So here I have to explain the real example to how the institution, which means our is a research institution, and how pre-incubation units and incubation units will support you. These three things will give by my own experience. So when I was attended at Periyar University, so there are it is an offline program only before Corona period, before lockdown period. So at that time, one resource person came and give some. His name is Prabhakaran sir, who is currently working in Commerce Department at Periyar University. So he is asking so many problems that so in that particular camp, they are all the arts and science student, engineering student, general public, nursing, and so many branches of educational institutions are there. So in that particular general forum, he is asking so many questions. So when he is asking questions, so I'm eagerly answered that I can able to give a solution for your product. Like this, he said one problem, so I'm not able to reveal my product here. So it is under process. So I just mentioned is in one product. So he said some problems, and I am said that sir, I'm able to develop this product like this. I'm said. So suddenly he said that you develop some one small prototype, maybe using some acrylic sheet or some board sheets. Like you can use anything, but your prototype will explain your idea clearly. So he taken to controller of examination. After that, we are going to meet VC at 2020. So at the time we are. Going to meet VC also in February month only, 2020 February. So March, from March we have a lockdown period. So after in that lockdown, so that idea is stopped here. And what we are doing means we are working on hand sanitizer. So at the 2020 even lockdown period, we have an online classes. Am I right? So through Institutions Innovation Council, I received one innovation contest. It's a national innovation contest 2020 because of this 2020 year it was happened. So that's why National Innovation Contest 2020. So my institute guide me. So you can give your idea to this particular competition. Like this, they said. So I applied in applied two ideas. One is wastewater management, another one is this particular idea. So I applied two ideas. These two also recommended by my institution for first stage. They are up to 50 to 20 ideas from the institution have been selected, and they have having some screening point or pitching point. Then they are selecting 5. In that 5, my idea is 2. These 2 will be shortlisted by Ministry of Education for one-to-one mentoring. So one-to-one mentoring, I was meet some person from Kovai region. He's a person was changed my life. He is a person who is appointed by my one-to-one mentoring. He asked so many questions. We have so many problems, discussions. And the things is going on at one-to-one mentoring event. They give some mobile number to you about your one-to-one mentor. You have to contact them, and you said that sir, I am ready to for one-to-one mentoring. Then he have some examine process for that. So what I did means at the lockdown period also we have get some special persons special permissions, and we are developing our product. So the product is under development only. Almost the lockdown periods are released a little bit. So on July 2020 or August 2020, we are again working on our project. After November, this one-to-one mentoring is coming on. After 1 year, 2021, I think so. So when it is coming 2020, then after completing one-to-one mentoring, he asked me. So during that one-to-one mentoring, he asked me 2 questions. Whether that you have to do these 2 projects or you have to do alone. So I frankly accepted that sir, I'm not able to do wastewater treatment project because it costs 25 lakhs. So I'm not able to do that. But this particular super suckling machine, I'm able to do it, sir. And also we are doing this development here. Likewise, I said, and I saw the video to him. The video is contains the things. What are the working we are done, and what are the work is going on. Like this, I showed him through in a video conferencing mode. So after that, he is recommended my project for next level. So after one-to-one mentoring, my project is selected from state to national level. So in national level, there is an 132 teams. So in 132 teams, we have an awareness session. So after completing that awareness session, we have to submit our business model. So when we go for a business model, they are asking for an MBA student, not MBA student level, auditing level. They are asking about 5 years of impacts and expense, and also you must have a capability to split up those things, which is when capital fund and fixed capital, non-fixed capital, and regulatory compliances basis, whether your electricity bills, including your petrol amount you spend for your vehicle. These aren't the things they are clearly asking that. So these are the session only you are attending through this awareness programs. So at that time I didn't aware about things. So I just approached my institution. So this like this I was selected for a financial competition. I need some support from you. So before that 1 year, actually I was participated in most popular speaker some speech competition. For that in the same thing I was selected within a state level, and we go for an voting for giving the award. So at this time my institution supported me get votes from our college. So at that time I have a contact with the auditor of my institution. So suddenly I have reminded that I just to call my principal, sir, can I use him? Likewise, I'm asking. So he said that you can approach him, definitely that he will help you. So at that time I was approached this Susindran sir at the lockdown period. So we came to college and working for about the impacts and the express. He supported me. So after that, with his support, I was completed impacts and express details. So we also selected in that business model competition also. Business model level also we have cleared. Next we have a final round. So final round also this also take so many months, 2 to 3 months gap between these things. So after final, when we go for a final round, almost it be in a month of 2022 really it came. So in 2022 we have a final pitching. So when after completing my final pitching, in final pitching also they have you must be very clear about your market, your customers, what are the ways you are generating revenues for your company. Suppose your product is manufacturing is stopped, means after that, because your product is an innovative product, you may receive up to 100 or 1000. So after 1000 customers, what are the way you have to generate revenue for your company. So you must be clear about all those things. In previous slide, actually I was explained that I think you looked into that. So, what are the ways that business incubators will receive an funding support? So when we go for that, I've explained these things also. So same way, you have to find what are the ways that available for to generate revenues for your particular company. So they are almost, if you have to be an expert in your business, then only you will be able to win that particular innovation competitions. They have separate mark for that. What are the market survey you have to done, how you can identify your product, what are the facilities or features you can split out your product. So likewise they have given all those things. So with my college support I was approaching our auditor. So this is the institutional support, this is in a research institutional support, this is technically called as research institute support. So after completing that final result, I was called to my principal, sir, I completed my final round, sir. I was said to him, he at that time he said that, ma, I hope you definitely will clear this round, because as you presented is very well. So I damn sure that you will definitely selected in final round likewise. So it also take 2 months. So after 2 months, the result was announced nearly at 10 o'clock. So I didn't even see the result, because when we go for a national level competition, every human being's thought is it was assumed, which means North Indians only can win. Some universities, sir said that he is from rural area. Myself also, I am from in a rural area, single parent. So my college is from also in a rural area. My area also from in a rural area. So these things are running in my mind. Definitely we are not selected like this. So even though I didn't see my result, so after 11:30 I'm willing to see which colleges are selected. So I am not expecting that my name is come under in the list. So when I was looking some colleges from Mall and some other North Indian colleges also came, IIT Bombay, IIT, likewise so many colleges are there. At 32, 32nd row, my name and my inventions are the special point is there means what means they say only three projects are funded more than 5 lakhs and my project is one of that, one is 9 lakhs. So after that my project only was 6.5 lakhs. So uh, it is not about that where you from and where are you from and how you from. So it is not the things that. So you have to clear about your idea, you have to clear about your patient, you have to clear about your marketing, you have to clear about your financial statement. So these are all the very very important things. If you are clear with this all with very good presentation skill, definitely you will be yes, a fine. Not only in national innovation contest, every sort of every hackathon, every ideathon when you go there, so you must be winning that you definitely will receive an grant. So in that particular period in lockdown, because as I said, I'm from middle class family, I was suffering for some funding also. So when you sometimes or something, if you work hard to get something like sir, we can say that to achieve your goal, whatever things. So if you really work out, definitely it will reach you. So that will be truly I was experienced by my life. So after that, if you are selected from final round, you are invited for some meeting and they said that you must need to select one incubation unit. Likewise, they said. So at that time, I was joined for ME. What I am said is my institution is not having any business incubation. So why I said it here means somebody said thought that only government organizations are only to fund to business incubation. It's not like that. Suppose your student will get means they are ready to go with the student convenience. So if they are ready, convenient with their college means they're ready to give a funding to their college also. Same wise, they are asking to choose incubation unit for myself. So I said that sir, I want to do it with my institution. So you please give fund to our institution. So because I am doing my ME, so when I am doing my ME in regular mode, if the grant is given to my institution, it will help me to do the project with the effective. Likewise, I was asking, and also I said that my product is developed in our machinery lab only. So here I have three mentors for mechanical and electrical and electronics. So definitely I need funding for my institution. Likewise, I am asking. They have so many questions. Definitely, one funding of government means definitely they have so many questions. I explained all those things. My institution have all those things with me myself. Sir, I am satisfied with them. They also asked us if business incubation means they have already some networking. They will help you in marketing. They will mentor you. But if you choose institution means you are the only people winning in this competition. You are the only person to go into start a startup. So how you can survey like this? They are asking. These questions are come under by Minister of Education to me. So I have explained all those things, sir. This is all will done by our institution. Definitely they will support you, sir. Support me. So with their support only, auditor helped me. With their support only, MBA person helped me. So likewise, I explained all those things. So after that only, they avail grant to our institution. So now that business incubation or host institution means if your student is conveyed in that, definitely they will help you. So after when receiving fund from institution, at the time also my ME also completed because it all goes take 2 to 3 months, 4 months. This process take those things. So after sanctioned amount, we have to submit mandate form. We have to open new bank account at institution because the granted amount should be maintained in a separate account. They have so many procedures. So after that, incubation institution must have some evaluation committee to evaluate what are the expenses we are spending, and we have to submit the bills correctly. So the beauty is, so suppose if I not win in national innovation contest means today I'm not able to be in a startup runner. Why means they have separate amount for this 6.5 lakhs also they have separated in two phase 1 and phase 2. So phase 1 they are releasing through 3.25 lakhs, phase 2 they are releasing 3.25 lakhs. So like this the 3.25 lakhs first they release. So we are using submitting letter to institution and they will provide me with check. So likewise the bill settlement is going on. So after completing 3.25 lakhs, they have an again interview process. So at that time, I was in maternity leave. So in this particular period, I got married and I have one small child now. He is an 11 months old. So at that time, he is born. My son is born on December 1. December 7, I have my second interview. So at that time, Abhishek sir from MSME called me that you need to attend this final review, ma. Likewise, he said, I said, sir, just 6 days only, sir. Likewise, I said, I will help you. We will support you. We will go to support you only. So you don't worry. You will submit all the bills correctly, and we have some procedures and do your presentation. Likewise, they said. So I kept my all bills correctly with GST and as bills and sales. Likewise, we have all. So in Ministry of Education, Abhishek sir, Deepan Sagu sir, and Selvarani ma'am, all those very supported me very well. So with their guidance, I have submitted my second interview process, so bills, and attended my second interview process. Out of 72 is funded in phase 1. Out of 72, again 26 only again funded for phase 2. So in that also I was selected. So in that I was stepped into this. Before that, with their grant, they have separate so many things. First, we have able to use 60% for technology and 20% for patent and some other filings, 10% for your miscellaneous cost, and 10% is to exhibit your product, to attend exhibitions like these workshops. Some other incubation units are give the paid internships, which means an industrial training or how to build your startup, how to make your building. Sorry, how to build your business network. So likely they have an paid training programs. For that also we can utilize from this money. So 60% only I am able to utilize for technology development. Another 20%, nearly 20% means for myself 1.3 lakhs, like nearly 1.3 lakhs. In that 1.3 lakhs, I need to register my company as an private limited or LLP, because when you go for a DBIIT registered company, they give a norms that your startup must be registered in or must be follow the DPIIT norms. So if you have to register in DPIIT norms, means whether you have to register with proprietary or you have to register private limited or LLP. So I will go for a private limited, because my company is in a special purpose machinery manufacturing. So I go for choosing the DPIIT registration company. So when I go for this registration, as they said that my institution don't have business incubation, but my institution can able to contact technology business incubation. So as our mentor, NBA mentor, we approaching Congo DBA, my principal and my management will help me to approach DBA. They will guide me to contact with startup TM. So even though DBA also didn't know about DPIIT registration, so they will guide you and they give you a view to reach your goal. So that is the role of business incubation or your research institute. Never they will stand by you and they will help you to develop your product. So they can able to provide what are the facilities or what are the feasibilities which is available from institution. The same way DBI will support you what are the machineries and what the contacts they have to give you. Same way DBI will help me in a startup TN contact. So even though I go for a startup TN, they are knowing to apply for DPIIT form, but for that you have to register with ROC certificate, which means registration of certificate, which is officially signed in registered office. For that they give some auditor. So again I go for an Susindran auditor to him. So I said that sir, newly I was started in a startup, so help me to register for that. Likewise, so he said that nearly 50,000 rupees is quite cost. Likewise, he said, sir, no problem. Government is funding me. I will do this fund. You can help me. Likewise, then he is doing for ROC copy for me. So in startup TN, they will guide it to Madurai. So actually, I was located in Namakkal, but I had help from Madurai, Namakkal, and Erode and the regional. So the network is this. This is called a network building. So in Madurai, I was filing my patent. Now my patent search is over. From Madurai, they are sending my proposal to draft to Bangalore. So this is in a network building community. So now I have a contact with Erode, Madurai, Bangalore, Salem, Namakkal. These 5 regions, a single woman I have in a contact. So this is in a network building. This is in a main road. I think the research institution, what you are now lively seen that how research institution will help me and how TBI will help me, how startup Tamil Nadu will help me. Now I am going to attend some exhibition at Gujarat coming 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So these are conducted by Startup India. So here Startup India will help you. So the organization, whether it is a research institution, whether it is a TBI, or whether it is an startup TN, or whether it is an Startup India, you must go everywhere. You must ask questions. Then only they will help you. If you didn't ask any question that sir, I am willing to do for a private limited registration, sir, I didn't willing to. If you ask, then only they will give. Even though when I go for a startup TN, I asked them. Sir, I didn't have any contact. Even though patent here, they didn't aware about it so much. So I need some experienced person, some expert for that. Likewise, I am asking. So the thing is, you must ask every forum. If you are keep silent, means you are not able to learn anything. You just attend it for a certification course. The certification is not valid because these the things you must be learned and you have to explore it to your students. So that is very important. Saying to your student that these are all the facilities today I attended. So if you have an idea, so you may do like this. Likewise, you have to explain to your students. For that, you first ask the questions. Why I am setting this in every stage, in every forum? I asking. I am personally searching for that because if I am easily said that my institution don't have a business incubation, you can refer one thing means I didn't learn anything. So when I was choosing my institution, I learned each and corner of business incubation, each and corner of research institutions, and what are the facilities in startup day. So when or how I can know these all those things means by experience only. So by asking questions only. So these are the way my project is going on. So till now we are a registered company, but it is still now it is not incorporated. It is under process. So even though my institution supported me, even though they are permitted me do my job regularly, now I am working as AP also. So these are all the things will research institutions will give you because national education policy will guide you like this. Suppose your institution will employee willing to do in a startup. When a student to journey, I was throughout this journey I was done in my Vivekananda College only. So my college name is Vivekananda College of Engineering Parliament Tiruchendur. So throughout this period, like 2016 to now 2023, these 7 years, this institute support me in so many ways. So definitely everyone or every institutes are in the same category and same role only. So definitely they will give you. So some things I was given in slide to you all. So these slides will be explained by my experience. So still this process are going on. December on the forum I will get a contact from Niranjana ma'am and I invite you all for my product launch. So it's my invitation to you all. So product launch also done it our institutions only. Research institution will you helped in product launch also because they are ready to provide you space, they are ready to provide you contact, and they are ready to help you to network building. So these are all the things done by a research institution. So this is what the student expect. So because every student is not like me, so many persons have an idea, but they didn't how to ask it and what is the way to ask it. Like this, they didn't know about it. So if some students are everybody, I think so for engineering college, you have a final year project and mini project, so many things. At least you make it is possible to guide you 2 projects per year. So if you have it, that 2 ideas will be whether you have to analyze that whether these 2 projects will be commercialized or not. Whether is there any possibilities to do as a patentable product, or whether we have recommended to proof of concept, or if they have idea means you can approach like the startup we have. You can approach that we have our students have an idea like this, whether we have to develop it or whether we have to marketing it, whether we have commerciality. Likewise, you may ask with them. So this also, if you ask with institution means now I incubated with my institution. Definitely they will ask me, in our institution we have 10 ideas. So is this possible to develop as a product like this? They are asking to me. Definitely I will help you. That's why I was mentioned in the key parameter indicators, the percentage of incubators still stay in the community. So that is also very important for business incubators. So definitely in after 4 years, 10 years, I am ready to support my institution. So this is in roles and responsibilities of every teaching and non-teaching faculties also. I think this session will also provided to non-teaching faculties also. So the people are doing what degree means, what whether they are art and science or whether they are research scholars or they are some other person. It's not doesn't matter. So last time I was explained to someone bleaching machine, invention machine. So he is not studying much more. He just want to use solution for his friend. So the thing is whether the students or some other peoples when create an idea means whether their relatives or nearby people or particularly in their family they facing some issues and they want to give some solution for that. So then only the idea is generated. The idea is born in that way only. So you you are the persons only able to guide a student. So that's why nothing to say. So you are the only person to do all those things. Uh, when we go for anything, this is my whole journey. Still, my project is going on. My project duration is December 2022, Jan 2024. So 3 months process. So in between, some other persons who are all approaching. So I'm when I was final year. So after completing final years, some other persons are going for IT companies and so on. That students are also selected in final innovation contest. The thing is, they are choosing their career as important. Now I am also. This is also a good career. I am right, but I also left at my 35,000 rupees job and so many things. This guidance will given by my institution. Ma, you can please do this, and we will give you NEC for within a scholarship, and you can work as in a part time and you will doing your project. Likewise, my institution supported me, guided me. That's why I left out my job and I keep working on my project. And now this product is developed as a patentable product. That patentable product is changed to a commercialized product. This particular commercialized project will create one company named BR Chronicle Private Limited. So this is your students' journey from research institutions to TBI. So this is what is an output that I am then best example to you all. So now you can ask some questions. If you have any questions, suppose if you have some students have some innovative idea means you can ask me. So ma'am, we have some institution, we have some like this ideas, how we can approach incubators or how we approach startup TN. So I think last session will handled by some startup TN faculty, I think so. So you may ask some questions regarding that. Actually, sir is not well, that's why he is in between so many interactions, but his points are very well. Actually, 10:10 itself, I was joined up to more than 40 minutes. I have observed his presentation. He explained so many things. He also mentioned Institutions Innovation Council and also how IAC will help you to do in a startup and how one professor, assistant professor who are working in a college will able to give an awareness about entrepreneurship. Like this, he was wondering and his session is outstanding. So likewise, you are listening and observing so many things from this session, sir. So if you're asking so many questions, we will be further moved on.
Thank you, ma, for your sharing your journey, ma.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Some person from Mohammed sir, I think so. He asked some questions in a chat box. He need
Okay,
some more clarity to start from applying to getting incubation for an institution. Sir, it's an easy way. We have an already one person said that we in MSME login we have an two things that is applying for HI or BI. Like this, we have some column. So you have to apply for that. So in that particular column, you have to fill out your institutions, institution detail. Like this, when you applied for AHSC code, as per the ARC, if you applied. Uh, Gentlemen, can you please turn off your mic? Ma'am,
Ma, tell me, ma.
ma'am, your mic is turned on, ma'am. That's why I'm not able to speak.
Sorry, ma. Sorry, ma. Sorry, ma.
applying for HI or BA, like this they are asking. In New Delhi, some other persons, maybe your head of institute have contact in that you have discussed with your principal, means they will give a contact. You may get some. If you are willing, you can call me also. I will help you. So once you are filling out your application, it's all online process only. Sir, that's why I'm said that if you are applying for HI or BA, they have need some spaces details, and if you are running some unregistered DBAs, like DBA is also two things. This is a registered or non-registered. We have two types. So even though you have non-registered, you didn't need to maintain any file regarding that, but you can able to run a business incubation, and you can able to fund your student project. So you can start a first non-registered DBA and help your students, at least 5 students per year. So if you have the details, means you have to upload it in that with your application. You can give these details also. So definitely it will help them to review your application fastly. So many institutions apply for HI, first institute position, and BI. So both are same, BA or either HI, like they only mentioned. So when they are reviewing applications near your institution, you have to mention that we have some specialization. Likewise, we have not registered DBA. So if you give an approval, we registered it officially under section 18. So now the general public registration is not acceptable by the government. So you must be registered with section 18. So if you are clearly explain those things. If I get an approval for host institute, we are ready to register it in a section 18. So I am already said that 3 NSDEP funded and DST funded DBS also there, but now they are stopping to start a DBA to fund, stopping to fund the newly registered DBA. So it must be spended by your own institution. So you have to mention that also. We are very willing to do it by our own. Likewise, you can set that, means you can easily get your host institute approval. That's why the government says that particular DBA is not business motivated, it is service motivated. So when you have a service motivation, you need not any support, you need not any funding agency. You may fund it from your alumni funding or your institution funding. So likewise, you can spend it. So you have to clearly explain all those things to that application. And so you may ask, then what is the benefit to our institution? Likewise, you may ask. So if you are submitting 5 innovation ideas, means more than 1 or 2, if you have I'm already said that you have to clear with what is a market, what is your business model for next 5 years, and a very good presentation skill is very, very important for your students. If you have these 4 things, definitely your 10 ideas will be selected in some competitions, national level competition. For example, if one project, even though selected with 1 lakh funding, means 10 projects will be funded within a 10 lakhs. This is given to your incubation unit only. So you may ask some renting for that. So they need to incubate it with your incubation for 2 years, 3 years, means first 1 year you have to provide with them free. So after 2 years, you ask some revenue from our rental to them. So this is the way to generate revenue for incubation, and this is the way to get a registration for your host institution. To get host institution, you must be service minded. So don't be, when you submit applications, don't expect that what are the benefits to in the institution. Like this, you please don't think. So the benefits is your student was selected in National Innovation Contest. Your student was selected in UPT Innovation Product. Your college catalog will be in a NISP Innovation Ranking. So your college has been ranked with NISP or some NAC or NBA. You have to be accredited with high points. These are all the benefits to your institution. So this is the way for to approach your getting a host institute at BA. So to start a BA is not a best. I'm already saying, if you registered under section 18 and you are willing to, government announces some competitions like Ideathon, Hackathons, Navy competitions. Like this, they are announcing so many competitions continuously. At that time, you are willing to associate with some other DBAs. So which means some DPS are already doing that. You are going to with them and make the memorandum that we are jointly organizing like this. If you are organizing one event continuously, it will come into your way. So this is the way to run a technology business incubation and research institutions from my point of view. So I think your doubt is cleared, Bhagavan sir. Any other questions?
Madam, you cleared everything. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for this high clarity, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other participants, do you have any queries? Okay, ma'am. Ritika ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.